Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I am joined by my beautiful friend Charlene, and in tonight's video we're going to be performing a wonderfully relaxing but also very beneficial Dermaplane facial. Charlene has unfortunately been experiencing some breakouts over the last few months, but we have been working with her skin and we are now in a position where we can perform a really nice Dermaplane facial for her. So we very much hope that you enjoy. And for her first cleanse, I will be using my facial cleansing oil from eSpa. I pretty much use this as a pre-cleansing ritual now for 95% of my clients because it's just such a wonderful product for a first cleanse. Oil naturally dissolves oil, so it is incredibly effective at lifting away makeup, sunscreen, excess sebum, just anything which may be lying on the surface layer of the skin. So I'm massaging this oil into Charlene's neck and her face. Very gently, not causing any pressure to her skin. And this beautiful oil will begin to bind to all of those impurities on Charlene's skin, allowing them to be lifted away without stripping the skin of its own protective oils. And the gentleness of this product will help to preserve Charlene's natural lipid barrier of her skin as well. placing a lovely warm towel over Charlene's face for a few moments. Just warming the product on the skin and allowing it to lift away that little bit easier. It also feels really nice to have a little bit of warmth on the face for a few moments as well. It's going to encourage her facial muscles to just soften and relax a little bit also. I'm now taking a moment to just simply assess Charlene's skin with my fingers, pressing it very gently, seeing if it has heightened in colour, but it all looks to be very happy, so we can move on. For Charlene's second cleanse, I am using my Sukin Calming Cleansing Gel. What I like to do is I like to distribute the cleanser across each area of the face and then gently massage it into the skin until it becomes a tacky consistency. I will then apply some water to my hands and then very lightly begin to emulsify this beautiful gel. And as the water is introduced, it transforms this gel into a wonderful, soft, bubbly foam. And using a foaming cleanser as the second cleanse works beautifully because it helps to remove any remaining traces of oil whilst leaving the skin feeling very fresh and balanced as well. And it's very important to perform a double cleanse, as it will create the ideal canvas for professional facial treatments like dermaplaning, because we do need a perfectly clean surface before we begin. I am just going to quickly apply some hypochlorous acid. I'm spraying that onto a cotton round. And hypochlorous acid is something our own immune cells naturally produce to support healthy skin. And it is an incredibly gentle way to reduce surface bacteria before the treatment. And it's also going to leave Charlene's skin feeling squeaky clean for the next part. And I'll just pop my gloves on. And I use a 10R surgical blade, which is also known as a butter blade. And this is fitted securely onto my dermaplaning handle. And I always begin on the forehead. So, using my free hand, I'm carefully stretching Charlene's skin so it remains smooth and taut. And this is one of the most important parts of dermaplaning, as it allows the blade to glide very safely and evenly across her skin. The blade itself is held at approximately a 45-degree angle, and I use slow, feather-light strokes across her skin. No force is needed, just the most delicate of hand. this tool is extremely sharp and should be respected. So the benefits of a dermaplane is not only will it lift away all of the dead skin cells from the surface layer of your skin, but it will also remove all of that fine vellus hair that you have on your face. And a lot of my clients ask if their hair will grow back thicker or if there will be more of it, and that's simply not possible. So we have two types of hair on our bodies and our face. We have vellus hair and we have terminal hair. Our vellus hair is very fine and usually in areas where the body needs a little bit more protection because it's more exposed, whereas the terminal hair is the hair you will find on your legs and your arms and your underarms. It's a lot thicker and more coarse. One of the reasons why dermaplaning is such a popular facial treatment is because it is a mechanical form of exfoliation. So if you do have very sensitive skin, or if you are pregnant, this is a really nice facial to try. Because unlike stronger chemical peels, there are no acids sitting on the skin, so it makes it more suitable for many skin types. And you would typically want to have this treatment every 6 weeks or so. No earlier than every 4 weeks, because the skin takes up to 28 days to regenerate healthy skin cells. You really need to think about protecting your lipid barrier. So I am extremely cautious around the chin area. There's a lot more curvature, so stretching the skin around this area is extremely important. often ask my clients for assistance in this area, so just them gently stretching their chin or the skin over their top lip, just to help me be able to get more into those more slightly awkward areas. So now that we've created this wonderfully smooth skin, we're going to refine the skin even further. So I'm taking a little bit of my hydrating toner, and I'm just very lightly going to dampen Charlene's skin down. This toner will help the next product just spread evenly onto the skin. And I'm now taking my oxygenating glycolic exfoliator from Temple Spa. And as you know, this has become one of my favourite products to use. This product feels incredibly active on the skin, but it still remains beautifully comfortable on the skin, and it has such a sensory experience to it. It's very bubbly and soft and almost tickles the skin. And glycolic acid belongs to a family of ingredients known as alpha hydroxy acids, and it works very gently, loosening the bonds that hold older skin cells together on the surface of the skin. And whilst that is taking effect, I am going to perform a very gentle scalp massage for Charlene now. I always like to include moments like this into my facials, because not only does it allow the products to do their job, but it means my clients get these moments of care and gentleness into their experience as well. So Sometimes it's the quieter moments of these treatments that clients remember the most. So I'm now taking one of my wonderfully soft facial brushes and I have dampened it down with some water. I'm going to begin to just gently sweep this brush all over Charlene's face, removing that exfoliating product, at the same time as feeling incredibly soft and relaxing against her skin. I often try and incorporate moments of what I would like in experiences, and just these few minutes of this kind of care I would love in facials. So I very much try and put in these ideas into my own treatments for my beautiful clients. And again, I will gently wipe the remaining product away from her skin. So now that I have completely refined Charlene's skin, I'm going to turn my attention towards hydration and barrier support. So I'm applying this beautiful sheet mask, which is infused with hyaluronic acid, collagen and copper peptides. And whilst the mask is gently hydrating Charlene's skin, I'm going to give Charlene a very gentle neck, shoulder and décolleté massage. And I've chosen this beautifully light eucalyptus massage oil for tonight. We have been experiencing a lot of warm weather, and I feel like it can make us feel a little bit stuffy and congested. So I'm hoping that this lovely eucalyptus smell will open up Charlene's airways, but also feel nice and refreshing on her skin as well, creating that nice tingly feeling that can help to regulate the body's temperature also. And I'm beginning with long flowing effleurage movements across her collarbone, gradually making my way up to her neck. A massage should never be forced. The body responds much better to slow, patient movements than aggressive pressure. And I'll just turn Charlene gently to her left, just so that I'm able to spend a little longer around the upper trapezius muscles. And I'm using my thumbs to just feel my way around the neck, seeing if I can detect any tension, knots, stress. Just gently working that area out a little bit. And these muscles often become quite tight after long hours of sitting or working. They can really hold the tension. now gently move Charlene to the other side, and I'll begin to repeat the same slow movement. And the wonderful thing about doing just a simple neck and shoulder massage during a facial is that it will not only help Charlene to relax, but it will begin to send signals to her whole body, including her facial structure, to just soften and be in a point of receiving. And when the body is in this receiving mode, it's so much easier to introduce products into the skin, to manipulate muscles, and to just get a more better result from the experience. I'm now removing Charlene's sheet mask, and there's still lots of wonderful serum in this mask, so I'm not going to let that go to waste. And for a few moments I'm going to perform a very gentle lymphatic massage. And it's quite different from a traditional facial massage because the pressure remains incredibly light, because we are working with the lymphatic vessels which sit just beneath the surface of the skin. So just performing soft upwards and outward movements. I'm gently encouraging the fluid towards the natural drainage pathways. And this very gentle type of massage will help to reduce the appearance of any puffiness, whilst also creating an incredibly calming, rhythmic focus across the face. And the repetitive nature of these slow sweeping movements can often be deeply relaxing in itself. And to finish Charlene's facial, I'm applying a generous amount of an SPF 50 sunscreen. Even though it's now early evening, the sun is still beautifully bright outside and will be until about 9:30 p.m. And because we have fully exfoliated Charlene's skin today, we need to protect it from ultraviolet exposure, even if it is just 10 minutes from her walking here to home. Freshly exfoliated skin can be more sensitive to UV light, so a good sunscreen is always the final step within an exfoliating facial. So I'll just remove Charlene's headband and take a minute to gently comb through her hair. This will just help loosen that feeling of tightness from the headband, and it's just a nice way to end a facial as well. thank you so much for joining us tonight. I truly hope you have enjoyed spending this time with Charlene and I. I will continue to support Charlene's skin journey over the following months, and I'm sure I will be filming some more videos with her soon. And please let me know if there's anything you would like to see as well. But until next time, please take care, and I'll see you again soon. Good night.